No one at Buffalo has more experience than Arnie.
Arnie's kind of like an old Jedi, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, where he has to pass on his knowledge.
He's got thousands and thousands of hours on some seriously cool machines.
I've got about 4.5 years in the air.
Arnie likes to fly, and I think as long as he can fly, Arnie will fly.
Okay, let me get this straight. You're calling maintenance code Delta on the left-hand engine?
Code Delta, the most serious level of mechanical trouble. The crew on one of Buffalo's trusty 30,000-pound C-46s is trying to make it down with a dead engine.
I don't know how long he's been running with a bum engine or no engine.
Engine failures on the 46 are rare. Now, with only the 2,600 horsepower right side engine keeping the big plane in the air, pilot Arnie Schreder and co-pilot Scott Blue have everything riding on a single prop.
On a two-engine plane, you don't have any options if the other engine fails.
This is a test of someone's merit there. This is the extreme.
The crew has to steer to compensate for a plane refusing to fly straight and struggling to stay aloft.
Imagine blowing a tire at speed on the highway. If you blow a tire, it's going to want to drag to the right. So what you have to do is you steer the airplane 3 to 5 degrees into the good engine, and you're going to have to adjust the rudder pedal just ever so slightly as well.
Now, they've got 3 lives riding on getting this 30,000-pound warhorse on the ground with half its power gone.
Good.
Arnie and Scott guide the wounded bird onto the runway. Crisis averted. It's a make-it-or-break-it day for Buffalo Airways. Two delegates from the Turkish government are arriving in Yellowknife to seal a critical deal. And Director of Flight Operations Mike Hanley is anxious to make a good first impression.
We've got representatives coming from Turkey to finalize the contract negotiations with Buffalo Airways and the CL-215s for the sale and purchase of these aircraft.
Buffalo's cargo manager Kelly Jurasovic and her niece and assistant Janelle Glenn have their own special assignment.
Turkey time, I gotta get Arnie's hair cut and make sure he doesn't wear a Harley t-shirt today. So, we're off to cut his hair, pluck his eyebrows, pull some nose hairs, wax them,
Joe has asked Chief Pilot Arnie Schreder to take the Turkish delegates out for dinner tonight.
Cute?
So it's makeover time.
Well, they've spent a lot of money on these 2 airplanes, and we haven't got it yet, so we better get spruced up a little bit, wine and dine them so we can get paid.
Arnie's a key part of the contract. He'll lead the crew flying the 215s across the North Atlantic, then stay on to train the Turkish pilots.
Well, there's that barber downtown, but Kelly does just as good a job, so.
You are one sexy man, huh?
She's such a eh?
But first, he needs to help close the deal.
Arnie's got his hair cut. Anybody can tell that something's gonna happen. Either that or someone died.
Fresh from flying in from Hay River, Buffalo Joe wants an update on his water bombers.
So do we know exactly what time they took off?
2 o'clock.
Exactly 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Our time.
2:15.
Our time.
Our time.
So they've been in the air 7 hours. Eh? Are these islands highly inhabited?
I assume so.
Why don't we live out there?
There's just one obstacle ahead, and it's a big one. At over 7,800 feet, the volcano Pico Alto dominates Pico Island. And Arnie and Justin choose to fly right over it, taking the most direct flight path to Santa Maria.
In order to save fuel and expedite our trip to Santa Maria, once inside the Santa Maria control zone, we requested direct Santa Maria. They instructed us to climb to 10,000 feet to clear the volcano.
It's the highest peak on Portugal territory, so it means that to overfly safely, flights must be at least 10,000 feet.
But peaks like Pico Alto create a dangerous condition. As Arnie and Justin pass over the summit, they suddenly start to lose altitude fast.
Quite a downdraft on the backside of the mountain. Eh? That's what mountains are like. Get in the lee side of them and you'll get a downdraft. That's exactly what we got from 10,000 feet.
When air is forced up over a mountain, it cools, gets heavy, and plunges down the other side, creating downdrafts. In extreme cases, these powerful winds can force an aircraft to the ground.
The downdraft on the other side of it was incredible.
We had climb power on, it was still going down.
Even at full power, the 215 is no match for the pummeling downdraft on the lee side of Pico Alto. They're being forced down.
The airplane was just sinking.
We're at 9,000 feet on Volcano.
Arnie and Justin managed to hold out at 9,000 feet. It's low enough to give them a bird's eye view of the volcano as they pass over it.
It's kind of neat. You look down, there's a big lake in the middle. Pretty scenic, yeah.
But I thought it was pretty cool. Big volcano, yeah.
Back in Yellowknife, Mikey McBryan's been glued to the screen for 9.5 hours, watching the tiny registration numbers that represent the two planes crawl across the map.
You gotta make sure TXB and F are both sitting there safe and sound before we can go home and wait for a phone call.
F&F is up on the approach to the shore.
After a 2,200-kilometer flight over open water, Arnie, Justin, and Corey begin their approach to the Santa Maria airport.
Charlie November Foxtrot Roger, clear for a visual approach to runway 18. Report established on flight.
We can proceed with a visual approach, sir. We have a field in sight.
There they are. They've just landed 38 knots. They landed, man, so that's awesome.
That was nice. Nice to put that ocean behind you, the big chunk of ocean behind you.
After a hellish birthday battling flat tires, falling pipes, and ferocious winds, Arnie Schreder finally makes it back to Yellowknife. The Buffalo gals have a naughty surprise to cheer him up.
Put it here,
Yep.
It's your birthday, have a ball. I can see when he's coming in through the crack here. He won't see us. It's perfect. He's gonna kill us. We got your meat sandwich.
Oh my God.
It was hilarious. He had gray hairs, made out of coconut and white hairs. It was awesome.
It was cool. I was kind of shocked there. It caught me by surprise.
If the rookies at Buffalo Airways can survive 40 years in this business the way Arnie has, they too will have a ball. Or two. In the air over North Knife Lake in northern Manitoba, DC-3 Captain Arnie Schreder hones in on his target.
Hey, give me the gear down.
A sand runway that's never seen a plane this heavy. If the sand is too soft, the wheels could dig in too deep, causing Arnie to lose control of the plane. The sand strip holds up, and lodge owner Doug Weber's dream has come true.
Well, I guess we built a not a bad DC-3 strip, eh, Arnie?
No, it's good. That was pretty cool.
It worked out just fine. I couldn't be happier, I'll tell you. This is just a great day for me, I'll tell you.
The strip has been properly christened, but the work is far from over.
Yeah, I got no loader. That's how you get them off. Eh? This is about 600 pounds.
And even the 67-year-old captain has to pull his weight.
That should do enough. Pretend like I'm working it.
That's going to be a classic.
Yeah, it's a keeper.
It's a day Doug will never forget.
Peeing my pants here.
He built a runway for a DC-3, and 20 years later, it came.
Pretty cool. That airplane belongs on this runway. Thanks a lot, Arnie. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this.
Okay, well, we
This has
enjoyed
been a real
doing it.
thrill for me.
It's time to rock and roll. Job well done. Back through the bib.
This last-minute delivery has made one lodge owner the happiest guy in the world.
Too cool.
Or at least the happiest guy on North Knife Lake. For the first time in 10 years, one of Buffalo Airways' vintage DC-3s has been outfitted with skis to land on a frozen snow-covered lake. The skis, which add 1,200 pounds to the landing gear, increase drag, especially on takeoff.
An airplane on skis is flown strictly by feel. It's not flown by numbers, so you can't paint your picture by paint by number. You got to be able to fly your picture.
Joe and Arnie are about to do a test landing on Back Bay, just a few minutes from the Yellowknife Airport. Once airborne, they must reach a speed of 170 kilometers an hour before raising the gear. That allows the airfoil on the back of the skis to keep them level. If not, they could smash against the oil lines located under the engines. These two old bush pilots are flexing their ski plane muscles once again.
We both have a fair amount of ski time, so it was kind of neat to fly with each other.
It's just kind of fun to go out there and play with it a little bit, you know?
But it's not all fun and games. The real test of these antique skis and the airmanship of these veteran pilots is just minutes away.
Like two old guys trying out a new sports car. We just want to see what it would do if we could still do it.
Buffalo still does wheel landings on cleared ice strips, but landing with skis on snow-covered lake ice is old school. And Joe wants to make sure everything is working right before the real mission begins. In no time, they're on approach to Back Bay. They lower the skis.
Ice skis down.
Everything looks okay. But if the skis haven't been assembled and aligned perfectly, the landing could be so rough they could lose control of the plane. As the skis near the ice, the moment of truth. Plowing through the snow, Joe and Arnie get a bumpy ride. But the old skis withstand the punishment.
I'm a skier now, eh? We need to load her tail heavy, though. She's nose heavy this time.
The test flight is a success. But the snow here on Back Bay is well packed by regular snowmobile use. Unlike the snowdrifts they'll hit on Dogface Lake.
There's lots of conditions that you wouldn't be able to land in. Too many drifts and too hard, or overflow, anything like that, you know.
So bringing a fully loaded 25,000-pound DC-3 down onto Dogface Lake will be a whole new game. Later, back at Buffalo, Arnie and AJ plot their course.
It's right there, so yeah, it's about 120 miles at the most, maybe.
The thickness of the ice on the lake will be critical.
This year's been fairly warm, so the ice was not that thick, really.
Holes drilled in the ice reveal that with the early thaw, the landing site is steadily melting.
There's not a lot of ice there either, because I was looking at this sucker, and this is what he measured. Here in this area, he's got 28, 28, 23. That's not much ice, eh?
No, less than 2 feet of ice.
Less than 2 feet, so you want to have them skis on in case a wheel breaks through. At least there's, there's enough area to support the airplane. This is minimum ice, really. I'd like to see 30 inches all the way across, but for every 1,000 pounds of airplane, you want an inch of ice. So if you got a 25,000-pound airplane, minimum would be 25 inches, preferably a little bit more. Yeah, so we have to do this fairly soon, eh?
If even an inch of ice is lost, landing could be too risky.
For the next one, it says...
But these days, Arnie has a lot more on his mind than just melting ice. It's been a tough year for Buffalo's chief pilot. A family crisis weighs heavily on him. His 15-year-old daughter, Caitlin, is fighting cancer and will soon lose her hair from the chemo treatments.
You're not gonna charge me $30 for this, are you?
Yeah. So the other night, Arnie invited friends over to do something radical in support of Caitlin.
Showing you I had a lot of bumps and scars.
One by one, everyone took their turn.
I'm ready. Stop! Kidding you.
Kelly's close friendship with Arnie makes her feel like one of the family.
I love you. She's beautiful. Ready? We left Caitlin till the last. So we all kind of looked the same for her, and it really cheered her up. It was probably one of the most memorable days of my life. I'll never forget it. It's just so awesome.
Rainbow! Yeah!
We cheered her up.
Well, yours is in a ponytail, remember? Here, look! Team Bolt! Oh my good God! I can't look. You look so good.
Buffalo 409, Hay River Airport Radio. Estimating landing in about 5 minutes.
Buffalo Airways DC-3 ski plane is on approach to Hay River to load up building supplies. From here, they'll fly to a lodge on an isolated lake with no road access.
Hey, give me the gear down.
Pilots Arnie Schreder and AJ DeCoste are at the controls. The skis are raised so the wheels roll freely, but the skis' back edges are reinforced to withstand the inevitable scraping along the tarmac.
Oh, he's got a lot of stuff there.
I don't know, this stuff all going too? Just bring the plywood.
The clients, who run a lodge that burned down, want building supplies flown in so they can rebuild before the summer.
That'll be enough for the first trip.
4,000, 5,000, that's 6,000 pounds. Yeah, it's 6,000 pounds, Jimmy.
The ice thickness on Dogface Lake was last measured between 23 and 28 inches.
And we got a load in there, you can see.
At a gross weight of over 27,000 pounds, Arnie's loaded DC-3 is almost too heavy for the ice.
For every 1,000 pounds of weight, you want an inch of ice. Well, it should only be 5,000 pounds on skis, because the skis are 1,200 pounds. You'll handle it.
Legal weight.
We're just trying to keep it, as safe as we can.
Trip one, eh? Trip number one coming up here.
River Buffalo 409 is rolling in the right turn.
Bulging at the seams with its heavy load, the maxed-out DC-3 manages to take to the sky. It's a 50-minute flight to isolated Dogface Lake, 200 kilometers west of Hay River. Nearing their destination, Arnie and AJ start planning the landing.
Might have to land like this. Yeah. He's got it all marked out down here too, maybe. Yeah.
In many spots, the ice on Dogface Lake is a lot thinner than it was on Back Bay for yesterday's test flight, and the surface is much rougher.
How much ice? Only 20 inches right down here. No, not good.
When you do your inspection of the lake, stuff you're looking for is the size of the drifts on the lake, the direction the drifts are in.
and any signs that there could be overflow on the lake. We had the benefit of having a description of the snow coverage on the lake. It was about 8 inches of granular snow underneath with a 2-inch crust on top.
Arnie eases the heavy DC-3 down towards a section of the frozen lake where the drifts look smaller and the ice tested thickest several days ago. But there's been more melting since then. Tons of dead weight hit 2 feet of ice. The skis and the ice hold up.
After we touched down, you could feel the little drifts really slowing down the airplane, making it hard to taxi along. But aside from that, it was a very smooth touchdown. Wasn't as violent as what I thought it would be like.
Although he's flown the DC-3 for years, this ski landing leaves an impression on AJ.
It's awesome. Very cool. It's different than what I even expected, actually, yeah.
But they'll have to unload fast. They want to get back to Hay River to deliver a second load before nightfall. The launch staff begins shuttling cargo to the building site on shore as the DC-3 roars away to pick up the next load. Arnie and the crew are behind schedule.
We're gonna get going pretty quick.
They have to fly this second load to Dogface Lake, drop the cargo, and leave before it gets too dark to take off safely.
Because legally we're supposed to take off in the daylight, not at dark on something that's not a lighted surface.
The longer the loading takes, the more impatient Arnie becomes.
Let's f***ing go. We're pushing it. I said 5 o'clock airborne.
They take off. This time, AJ is in the captain's seat.
So flaps up and power zero. There we go. So geared up.
It was a thrill to get the chance to grab the wheel, and I did want to impress Arnie, so side of me was nervous. He made slight adjustments here and there.
You'll come up quicker, about 95.
They're racing the setting sun. If AJ and Arnie don't get the plane unloaded and back in the air before dusk, they'll be stuck for the night on the melting ice on Dogface Lake.
If there's high drifts on the lake, then you want to go parallel with the drifts. You don't want to go perpendicular, then have lots of high and low spots.
But AJ has a plan to avoid the drifts altogether.
Oh, I'll see the same tracks that Arnie made there when he did his previous landing, and try to line myself up with that there and try to end up close to where the offload spot is so we don't have to taxi around too much. These are on their way down. I'm going to have a look. Nice keys down. Up on down, Arnie.
Now it's all up to AJ to adjust for the additional weight of the skis as he descends towards the lake.
The center of gravity of the aircraft changes with skis. They're forward, so it makes the airplane more nose heavy. Then it could cause the airplane to go over on its nose.
Down to 65. That's good. Got 1 flap to go. There you give it on. You're down to 60. So. Not too. There. Left up. Oh. Pull back on it now. Step on it. We're going until you get her where you want her.
AJ catches more than a few bumps as the DC-3 rushes across the snow.
Take power. Okay, that's good. Better.
If you have a rough lake, I guess it's really hard on the landing gear and the skis. And they all held together well, didn't damage anything. Wasn't as smooth a landing as Arnie did, that's for sure, but it was a good one. It was a good, safe landing.
But they must lift off the lake before dark, so they'll have to unload in record time.
That's gonna be pretty solid. Now we need the plywood there, boys. A couple guys run and get plywood.
But unloading isn't easy. A ramp needs to be built to get the backhoe off the plane.
Yeah, just
tack her on there. See if we can get this thing out of here before dark.
With dusk creeping closer, Arnie's patience is tested.
That's okay.
The last thing he wants is to be stuck on the melting lake overnight.
Come on, pound some nails in there, boys, so we can get the hell out of here. One will hold her, Jim.
Finally, the last piece of cargo is offloaded, leaving barely enough time to take off.
It's not legal to take off in the dark, the lights, so we had to get airborne before dark.
It's going to come up in a hurry, but don't push it too hard because it'll nose right over it. All right, you got to hold back pressure. Just get the tail out of the snow, okay? Sounds good. Here's throttle. I'm just going to stand by with you so you don't shove it too hard. Just up right there. Just hold it right there.
In the fading light, AJ guns it across the bumpy surface. It's like learning to fly all over again.
There's 50. Just gently, because you'll get the tail in the snow again. Good, perfect.
Too light on the throttle, and AJ will drag the tail in the snow. But too much power, and the nose of the plane will pitch forward. And the biggest challenge is clearing the trees on the edge of the lake.
Better accelerate good. Get her up to 94 and start climbing.
By the time we got airborne, we were happy to be looking at that lake from out the window instead of from standing on it.
It's a narrow escape from Dogface Lake. In Hay River, Buffalo's DC-3 ski plane is being prepped for the last flight to Dogface Lake. And there's been a change in crew. Today, 24-year-old rookie co-pilot Andrew Vike replaces AJ DeCoste.
I never thought in a million years I'd get the chance to fly on skis. I guess the stars kind of aligned and I was in the right place at the right time.
Somebody's got to get that end there.
Okay, one sec.
This opportunity is so rare that Andrew may be the only co-pilot of his generation to try this.
Oh, that's probably good, yeah. We got a lot of weight in there, eh?
Once again, the DC-3 tips the scales very near its limit.
Wow, that's a load, eh? I mean, I think we're gonna wait too much in there, is what I think. Okay, let's fucking get out of here.
Every minute, the ice melts more at their destination on Dogface Lake. The ice is already thinner than Arnie would like.
We're worried about the ice deteriorating, you know, and once you get the snow melting on top, then that water starts to trickle through that ice and starts to candle it and stuff.
I'm going to take it right up to 45. Okay. Good tail, heavy. Good son of a... Come on, tail. There she comes. There we go.
With more weight towards the back, keeping the plane level on landing will be a greater challenge for Arnie. Soon enough, they begin their descent towards the lake.
Skis down. Skis down. As soon as the skis up, you just lock up. Lock up. Yeah, up. All the way up. They're coming.
Arnie manages to keep the heavy tail up as they slide along the lake's uneven surface. Now, they need to unload quickly so they can get off the melting ice as soon as possible.
You guys figure you'll ever get that tractor to the cabin? It might sink.
If the tractor might sink, the much heavier DC-3 could crash through the ice too. But before they can take off, Arnie is throwing a curve. The client wants him to do one last thing: haul out a load of debris from the burned down lodge.
Oh, burnt and crap.
Jesus.
Won't take much weight. If there's anything that's all rusty and they can bury the stuff, let it sink.
Moving all the scrap is dirty work. Arnie didn't know he'd have to play garbage man on this mission.
I'm gonna make one of a mess of this airplane.
His usual patience is wearing as thin as the ice the plane is perched on.
Here, pass me some of that.
No, dump it out. We don't want that. We don't want that mud.
It's not as much fun as everybody thinks it is, eh?
That's so good. Just the fact that you get to fly on skis, and it doesn't matter. I'm so young in my career here that I don't care, man. Like, you can pay me nothing and I'd be happy flying. Don't tell Joe that.
Arnie takes off from Dogface Lake, relieved to finally be off the melting ice.
The ice stayed well and the airplane performed well and everybody came away as a job well done.
And there's a bonus for Andrew.
And you're 95 for 80 over the ground.
Arnie's letting him land the plane in Hay River.
All these kids that work for Buffalo are all Arnie's kids. They're all, Arnie's their dad, Arnie's the teacher, everything. My father's the crazy uncle that yells at everybody, technically, so.
You've never seen one take off with quarter flap either.
And these kids, you gotta remember, they just come out of flying school. It's all brand new to them. We put them in these big old airplanes that to them, they're a monster, you know?
Yeah, just hold it level. There, I'll give you 3 flap. Roger.
With the added bulk of the skis increasing drag, the plane handles more sluggishly than Andrew is used to.
Nice crosswind there.
He also has to compensate for some nasty gusts across the runway.
I'll take power off for you so you can land. Okay. Nice crosswind there. Yeah, it's pretty gusty.
It's not the prettiest landing.
Oh, you got it down on piece, man.
It's just something that I never thought I'd be able to do, and years down the road in my aviation career, I'll be able to say, hey, I've flown skis, and hell, I've even flown them on a DC-3.
Arnie and Andrew will dump the scrap from Dogface Lake here in Hay River, then head home to Yellowknife. The job is done, the old-fashioned way. But Buffalo may never fly with skis again.
It wasn't the best business choice, but definitely it raised the morale. It gave a young co-pilot like Andrew a chance in a lifetime to pilot DC-3 on skis. He's probably the youngest DC-3 ski pilot in the world right now.
And for Arnie and Joe, it was a chance to fly the DC-3 with skis one more time.
Probably will be the last time it goes in skis. There's just not much of that stuff going on anymore, eh? There's no call for it, eh?
I think it'll be a dying art. They're building airstrips everywhere, and there won't be a great need for off-strip DC-3 ski work in this area.
But, you know, for 1 week in the middle of winter, we got to do something kind of cool.
Arnie's on a special assignment that requires him to push the limit of how low and how fast he can fly this classic 4-engine DC-4.
200 miles an hour, that's about 60 feet yard. Yeah.
I just did it by eyeball. The altimeter that we have in the airplane is not much better than what they had in 1943.
Arnie has been recruited to pull off a risky stunt for a British film, reenacting the extraordinary Dam Busters raid from World War II. They're trying to duplicate the same bouncing bomb technique developed by British scientist Barnes Wallis back in 1943. Called Operation Chastise, the plan was to skip specialized bombs along the Ruhr River and blow up heavily guarded German hydroelectric dams. It was a daring attempt to shut down the Reich's power supply. Incredibly, it worked. The bombs bounced up to 2 dams, sunk to their bases, and then detonated. Buffalo General Manager Mikey McBryan pulled Arnie out of his recent retirement for this special job.
Well, I got a phone call one day from a company out of England, and they were like, we're going to bounce a spinning bomb on the water and try to blow up a fake dam with an airplane. I was like, sure, you called the right people, because I don't even know how we're going to do it, but I don't think anyone else would even want to do it, let alone can do it.
Arnie will take off from Mackenzie Airport for some test drops on nearby Williston Lake. It's all prelude to the main event, bouncing a bomb up to this dam. It's currently under construction in a trench just offshore. In the hangar, Cambridge University engineering prof Hugh Hunt, the film's technical consultant, reviews previous attempts to bounce a bomb on water.
So look, we've talked quite a lot about, I guess, in principle, what we're trying to do. But I want to show you a couple little movie clips. This was after the war.
Oh, he's gonna get nailed. He's too close.
He's very close and beautiful. Look how high it goes. Holy high it goes. Because that angle came in, you know, at 5 degrees or less, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a view out the back of the plane. But look how high it goes.
Close to the airplane.
The right combination of the plane's speed and height are crucial, but too fast and too low can lead to disaster.
Comes in. How high do you reckon it's flying?
Very high. About 10, 15 feet.
And then down it goes, and then...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Too low.
I would seriously consider not doing it if Arnie wasn't involved. It's just too dangerous. It's not worth losing a life over or losing an aircraft.
It's a grim reminder of the risk still involved.
The only way we're going to get the bounce ball in here. Come on.
Buffalo mechanic Chuck Adams has slung a 600-pound barrel, a replica of the World War II bomb, under the DC-4. To make it bounce on water, technical consultant Hugh Hunt has calculated that the barrel bomb must spin at least 700 RPM upon release, just as it did in 1943.
Okay, we ready?
Buffalo gets set to give it a whirl.
This is real. We got you chiming. Right, get this thing up to 1,000 RPM.
Mikey monitors the RPMs as Chuck spools up the barrel using high-powered drills.
8, 9, 1,000.
Let's see what the RPM is. 38.
1376.
Let's see, Dan. 1 minute.
Set.
Okay, we're on our way.
With the barrel spinning at almost 1,400 RPM, Arnie has to fly to the drop zone as fast as possible.
Get her going, Arnie.
But there's no way to avoid the slow taxi to the runway.
Rock and roll. We're gonna roll. Yep. It's slowing down rapidly, isn't it?
The barrel has spun down to 500 RPM.
Hey guys, are you down at the drop spot?
On the shore of Williston Lake, Mikey, Hugh, and the documentary crew are set up to watch the drop.
IQM, this is Buffalo Ground. Confirmation on you.
Now, Arnie has to find the white markers on the water so he can line up to the drop point.
What? No, what are these markers? Oh, there's one here, right under me. Hey, these white markers are not going to work. We don't see them until right top.
Okay, copy IQM.
Arnie can't see the markers, so he moves to plan B.
You can do a call shot, eh? Yeah, you know how to do a call shot, Mikey? As I'm coming up in that first one, just let me know. Just say bombs away now.
Okay, I'll call bombs away at the first marker. So this is going to be a drop.
We're on final, and this thing is spun down to 390 RPM, so...
IQM, do you want me to call bombs away?
Go ahead when you want.
Flying 150 feet above the water, Arnie reaches the drop zone.
Bombs away.
Bomb on.
But the barrel doesn't skip. The RPMs are way below the necessary 700.
But it says 350 RPM, that's it? I thought it bounced.
At least for moving the...
Back at the airport, Chuck's already heard the news.
We gotta get more RPM over it, though. Just slow down pretty fast. Slow down, yeah.
Chuck needs to figure out how to spin the barrel so it will skip half a kilometer on water and hit the dam, or this show is over.
We're gonna drop this bomb and you guys go do your flying.
Director Ian Duncan inspects a special dam being built for the occasion.
We're packing all these
cracks up with rags to stop the water actually. Oh, what's it doing, Rick?
The pressure on the polyethylene can push it into these cracks, and if it pushes it too deep, it'll split the polyethylene, and all of a sudden our dam will be leaking.
The RAF's bouncing bombs blasted through German dams back in 1943. Repeating that feat is proving complicated.
They actually didn't have to build a dam. Here they go and bomb it. We've got to build our own dam and then bomb it.
Chuck still needs to find a way to spin the bomb fast enough so it can skip along the water. So he tries a new method. Instead of spinning the bomb on the tarmac by the hangar, Chuck and his pit crew race out to the plane on the runway just before takeoff. This time, they get the bomb revving to nearly 1,500 RPM.
Okay, they said go. Go.
At the lake, Mikey and the documentary's technical advisor, Hugh Hunt, await the biggest test yet.
We're coming up final, Mikey.
Yeah, they're on final.
That's about 80 feet for me, too.
IQM, I have visual.
But Arnie still can't spot the markers on the water. Mikey must make the call.
Go ahead, Mikey, for the ball call.
Arnie nears the drop zone.
Bomb's away! Bomb gone, bomb gone!
Woo! Beautiful skips!
Chuck's last-minute spin-up method made the difference.
IQM, she looked very beautiful.
Oh, it's good. Okay, boys, we're going back to the airport and land. Hey, Roger.
We've actually made the bomb bounce, and no one's done that since 1943.
But just bouncing a bomb is simpler than bouncing one into the middle of the dam. To do that, Arnie will need to fly a perfect line at 60 feet and with split-second judgment, release the bomb.
Arnie, can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Mikey has some new toys.
We have some buoys out in the water that the flight crew is having trouble seeing just because, you know, if the water's a little bit rough.
As they head out to install the pool toy markers at the lake, Arnie and Alex get ready for the final bombing test run.
Roger. Clear right, your left.
Today, the new brighter markers should help guide him in. For this run, they've got a heavier bomb, identical to the one they'll use to hit the dam. So Arnie will have to fly lower and faster.
1.
Chuck and his crew have no trouble spinning the 800-pound barrel up to the maximum RPM.
12. Go, they said go.
If this morning's practice runs go without a hitch, Arnie will try to bomb the dam this afternoon.
5 to 8, gear up.
BQM, this is Buffalo ground, radio check.
Yeah, Mikey, got you 5 by 5. We're just getting our after takeoff checks done here.
I copy, Arnie. With this run, I'm not going to tell you bombs away. You're going to press the button when you see the green and yellow jungle.
The green and yellow jungle, yeah, okay.
I'll do radio silence, and all I'll do is call bomb gone when she's dropped.
Okay, radio silence, good now.
Flying fast and low, 340 kilometers per hour, just 60 feet above the water.
I see the first buoy. 1, 2, 3, they're all lined up. We got him.
Man, that's crazy.
1, 2, 3, they're all lined up. We got him.
bounces. An excellent result.
She was beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, good. She come out evenly?
She was absolutely beautiful.
With the last practice drop a success, it's the moment that everyone's been waiting for. The final bombing run. So the channel is opened and the dam is flooded.
Our dam designers have said that the most crucial moment of any dam is when you fill it for the first time.
But director Ian Duncan and everyone else get a nasty surprise. The dam is leaking. It could wash out before Arnie gets a chance to bomb it, ruining the entire documentary. Ian needs the dam intact to complete his story. He checks with engineer Rick Donnelly.
What do you think will happen here if we let it run like this?
The fact that it's going through the dam isn't a huge problem. What I'm worried about is the two abutments. If I don't do anything about the abutment, that's the only worry.
Yeah.
The abutment could wash away, the blocks settle, and the whole thing fail.
Rick's solution? Reinforce the abutments to keep the dam intact and hold the water back. But Hugh Hunt, the documentary's technical advisor, is anxious to carry on.
But I think there's no point in waiting around for it to seal up. We just got to get on and bounce these bombs.
And that's exactly what the Buffalo crew has in mind.
There's one guy in the world to make it happen. This guy, right?
We're gonna drop a bomb, man.
There's no time to waste. The sides of the dam could collapse at any moment. Arnie will have to fly at 340 kilometers per hour, barely 60 feet above the lake. Release the spinning bomb at a precise point in the mouth of the channel, and have the bomb skip along the water and hit the dam nearly half a kilometer away. Arnie taxis out to the runway.
I got a little bit of an update for you when it regards to the buoys. Okay, they drifted, so Hugh's saying try to go 20 feet to the left.
I think they're a little bit too far back. That's what I think. But yeah, I'd rather have it nail the dam. The traffic is making the... Good now.
Chuck and his pit crew get set to rev it up.
There's 13. 14.2. 14.3.
1,430 RPM. That's all Arnie's going to get.
Okay, she said go. B1.
Arnie heads for the dam.
Hey, Mikey, we're airborne.
Hey, they're airborne!
With the dam still leaking, there's no time to waste. Everyone has to move to a safe distance. Ian and his crew finalize their last-minute camera positions.
I hear him.
Hey! Woo!
I'm nervous. I don't really get nervous that often.
There's a helicopter dead ahead. Hey, make sure that chopper's out of our way there. I see power around there.
The chopper. I hate air-to-air.
Hey, Charlie, watch out. DC-4 here. We're slowly making our right turn. Got a guy inside there. I'll be off to the north here. Out of your way. Okay, roger.
Now, with the skies clear, Arnie can make his approach.
Arnie, do you have time to get a quick RPM on the bomb?
Oh, yeah, 5.
This is it.
Spinning fast.
The bomb under the DC-4 is spinning much faster than on the practice run. And that's not all.
Glassy water's hard to get down to that 60 feet, yes, sir.
Water was glassy over the lake, so it's a little hard to judge your height without any trees or anything around you. So we were probably 10, 50 feet lower than we should have been.
I can see the buoys. They're slightly on an angle. Oh, yeah, I got the buoys. They go left.
In the final seconds, all cameras are on Arnie coming in fast and very low.
Looks good. Height looks good, Arnie.
Heading straight for the dam.
Make it work. on, Saigon.
I didn't know until Mikey was hollering on the radio that now you hit it right in the center.
Arnie nails the dam with an 800-pound bouncing bomb on his first try.
Knocked a couple of those blocks just about right out of there. And they're 5,000 pounds apiece, so it moved 10,000 pounds.
Now, that means it's sunk close enough to the dam that we can blow it up.
That's close enough for us.
That's it. We've done it. One hit. Stop filming. We've finished. We've done it. Stop filming. Oh, that was just amazing.
In the twilight of his career, Arnie Schreder just made history.
Arnie's 67, and they did this 67 years ago.
The next step is to blow up the dam for real. In 1943, the bouncing bombs were designed to sink to the base of the dams, then blow up. To recreate that, they'll sink a depth charge to the bottom of this newly built dam. The only thing left to do is stand back and watch the big finale.
I don't like scary movies because stuff pops out at you. It's gonna blow.
Sweet! Holy crap!
Look, the guy should.
Let's go.
She's gone now.
There's not much left of that dam.
This is like if you gave a 5-year-old an airplane and a dam and a bomb, this is what you would do. And this is what we did. Okay.
Sorry, that is amazing. It's the shortest life a dam's ever had, I think.
So you guys happy? No.
Let's do it
Are you
again.
kidding?
67 years after RAF pilots executed an amazing raid on 2 German dams,
Make it work.
a 67-year-old retired pilot pulls off a similar feat. Arnie Schreder and his wartime-era DC-4 hit the target.
Hey, Bubba. Today. I guess we busted today.
An explosive encore to his impressive career.
Arnie, you're my hero. Right on, Saigon.
The annual training for Buffalo's firefighting water bomber crew is underway.
Take her down like normal. Set her up for at 80 knots, like you said.
Buffalo's newest duck pilot, Scott Blue, is on his final training run. As Scott and crew head back to land, there's a special visitor waiting to say hello on the Kelowna Airport ramp.
Trying to give him a hard time, but he's not looking.
Buffalo's legendary former chief pilot, Arnie Schreder. Arnie retired and moved to Kelowna last year, but after he arrived, he was diagnosed with lung cancer. He's been undergoing intense treatment ever since, and he's been missing the chance to fly.
I'm starting to because I'm feeling better now, so yeah, I'm starting to miss it now. But I'll get some in this summer.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was
That's
the bouncing around was tricky, but like when I first went in and just keeping on the water, that wasn't a problem at all.
No, well, you didn't have the probe down.
No, I didn't. Arnie has changed a bit since he left, you know, going through some things, but he's, as always, in good spirits with a smile on his face and joking around.
Well, I think, yeah, as long as my medical is okay and I feel healthy, I'll maybe go fly that 4 for a couple months. Just because that's where they need somebody right now. They haven't gone any way for it.
Arnie is still eager to fly, and so is Scott. But it's unlikely Scott will get work on the bombers this summer.
I know all you can do is just, you know, do whatever flying you can do. You probably won't get much this year on this spare one.
Scott will be on the backup crew. He'll only get to fly if there are too many fires for the main crew.
Is there any more oil kicking around? After doing my last session on the water, it was like, I might not touch this for another year.
See you, buddy. Stay out of trouble, eh?
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
While a young pilot looks to his future, a veteran pilot returns to his old stomping grounds for an important gathering.
So ladies and gentlemen, welcome our 2011 Relay for Life Heroes of Hope.
The Relay for Life, a fundraiser for cancer research, is about to begin. Arnie and his daughter Caitlin are here to take part. Caitlin's former team, the Funky Fairies, has no idea that she has traveled up from Kelowna to join them.
Our friend who lives in BC now, she used to live here, Caitlin Stewart, she was 15 when she was diagnosed with cancer, and she beat it last year. And she was a fairy with us last year. So what would you do if Caitlin was actually here at Relay right now? We'd probably all cry our eyes out. Like, yeah, last year. She's actually right here. Oh, we have her wings in the tent.
It's really good for Caitlin to come up here, and her friends just loved every minute of it, and it was just an incredible moment for everybody.
It's been 1 year since Caitlin's cancer went into remission.
To be here with them is like they've supported me through everything that has happened. Last year I had cancer, so they were just like emotional support, people that I could talk to when I needed it.
But now her dad Arnie is going through the same thing, and only just recovering from his recent round of intense cancer treatments.
Well, I had 4 chemo, that was quite a few months ago. Then I had radiation, you know, at the same time. It's pretty drastic stuff. They try to kill you to cure you, you know.
The first lap of the relay is called the Survivor's Victory Lap. Arnie has come a long way to take this walk.
You know, doing Arnie's walking by himself, and the coordinator that did the Relay for Life seen me crying behind a truck, so she grabs me, she goes, go walk with him.
Thanks.
I wanna walk with you.
Yeah, that'll help support me anyway. I don't.
To do the walk with Arnie was an absolute honor. He's my best friend, his daughter's my best friend, his wife is, that's like my family, and I'm thankful that I have them in my life, and I'm thankful that Arnie's alive, and I got to do the walk of cancer with him. Arnie's tough, and he's gonna make it. He's our survivor, so I'm pretty proud. Really proud. You look like an idiot. And I better hug him, just 'cause I love you. And I know he's gonna be okay, 'cause I'll make sure he's okay. He has to be okay.
As a final stop on his trip, Arnie visits his old domain, the Buffalo Hangar.
He loved flying for Buffalo. That's Arnie. Arnie's part of that. To me, Buffalo's not the same without him, and I know that all the young guys feel the same way.
Well, I trained all these young guys. What it's all about, really, is to keep them alive, you know. And, you know, I did that successfully for 25 years.
After a life of flying, cancer has landed Arnie in uncharted territory.
Well, I never experienced anything like that before. Just about didn't live through it 3 times, so I would say it's the toughest.
It's late afternoon on the Buffalo Airways ramp, and the crew is gearing up for an unexpected mission, one that's come as a painful surprise.
Well, I guess we'll pick up Arnie and bring him home, eh?
Yesterday morning, Buffalo's former cargo manager, Kelly Jarasevich, got some devastating news.
It was Saturday morning, and my phone was ringing. It was really early. My cell phone, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird. Nobody phones my cell phone that early. So I looked at it, and it said Arnie Schreder, and I thought, oh, my buddy's phoning me. That's when I got the news that Arnie had passed away.
Her best friend, Buffalo's former chief pilot Arnie Schreder, had lost his battle with cancer. It was just 2 years ago that Arnie hung up his headset and retired to Kelowna, British Columbia. A retirement cut short.
Let's hear for Arnie Schreder! The good parade!
Well, thanks, guys.
Now, he's going to get the kind of final send-off that only Buffalo can deliver.
You know, the whole reason Arnie was up here is to fly a DC-3 for us, and, you know, it's only fitting that his last ride will be in a DC-3.
Juan and I are going down, and we're all flying back together to bring him up here, and Arnie's ashes will be spread up here. This is his home.
And tomorrow morning, they're going to bring him home in style.
Clear left and ahead.
Clear right ahead.
Early morning on the Yellowknife runway, in time to pick up an old friend.
You're up. Go get Arnie.
You bet.
Buffalo is heading to Kelowna, BC, where Arnie Schreder retired, to take him on his final trip.
You know, for me, it was really important. I wanted to be the one to go in and pick him up and the family and bring him home.
It's not gonna be the same, that's for sure, without Arnie. It's a tough one to take, eh? It's a pretty big loss for me, that's for sure.
Arnie and Justin were two very similar people that worked really well with each other. Father-son figure type.
Arnie taught Justin more than he taught anyone else. We all know that. He has that little boy under his wing and always did. And I'll tell you what, that's why he's the most incredible pilot you'll ever see, ever meet. And he became chief pilot, and look at his age. What do you think that came from? Arnie.
Arnie took a liking to me and kind of took me under his wing.
I don't think it's really sunk in. It's only been a couple of days. Takes time.
When you're young, your family's a long ways away, and you know, Buffalo turns into your family. Arnie and I were very close. He was one of my best friends, and I'll miss him for a long, long time.
At Kelowna's airport,
okay, everybody smile.
friends and family have been waiting for the DC-3.
Have a good trip.
Yeah, so good to see you again. Take care of yourself, eh?
We're taking Dad home today. His wishes were to have his ashes spread around Yellowknife and stay there, so we're gonna take him home.
Yep, taking Arnie home in this is, I think, an honor.
Clear for takeoff, runway 16.
Let it go 16, Memorial 1. Rotate. Positive rate, 0.
This is quite the mood on this airplane. Like, we got all of his old buddies playing music and just having fun and taking him home, and it's like a celebration. And it's just an honor to be actually on this airplane with him.
Justin offers the captaincy to Arnie.
Juan just said they got the headset on Arnie up front, so he's flying us now. So it even gets better.
As Arnie's homecoming flight closes in on Yellowknife, there's a question about what's going to happen when they get there.
I don't know if Buffalo Joe's here or not. I just hope he is. I really want him to honor his friend. I think it's important to Arnie.
Joe offered up the DC-3 and crew, but he usually avoids crowds.
My father doesn't do too well in social situations. He doesn't really like to socialize.
So Joe might be grieving in private.
I just hope he's there and realizes what Arnie meant to Buffalo and to the world.
Arnie Schreder's made his return to Yellowknife, where there's a tribute ready on the ramp.
I guess it was a long flight for the boys, but Arnie's back home, so that's the important thing. And hope everyone had a good flight.
That was an amazing trip. Like an incredible trip with Arnie. It was so incredible.
But Kelly's still hoping Joe will be on hand, even though the last time she saw him, there was a massive blow-up between them, ending Kelly's job at Buffalo.
Hey, Kim. I get off the plane and I was leery about seeing Buffalo Joe. And then Arnie's daughter wanted to go around the corner, so I took her around the terminal.
I'm going. And
Buffalo Joe came out, and I just looked at him. And he looked, and Buffalo Joe gave me a great big hug. It was awesome.
Today, the bad blood is all forgotten.
No, it's okay. How are you doing?
Were you on that flight?
Yeah, it was awesome, Joe. It was absolutely awesome.
And Joe wanted to be here for Arnie's VIP homecoming.
I've been on airports a long time, and I never did like seeing people come out of the belly of an airplane in a box. I'd rather they came home in style like a statesman.
Come here, for Jesus Christ, we need one more for there. How's that?
Way better. Love ya. Thanks, Joe. That was really good to see Joe.
Inside, the hangar's being transformed into a chapel.
Okay, then the red and the urn. Yeah, perfect. Great, thanks a million.
Buffalo Airways wasn't his home for his whole life, but the latter part of his career was spent here in the hangar, and it was a fitting place to have his final memorial. No, I think this is the nicest I've seen the hangar. We've had memorials in the past, but this one's a little bit different because it's really someone that's really close.
We put Arnie in there and put a pair of glasses on him and the earphones and strapped him in the left seat. Brian flew in the right seat.
Well, usually Arnie was trying to piss out the window. Did you try that too?
Yeah, but there wasn't enough left in those ashes.
That was his big trick. Arnie's the same age I am. I think he's a couple months older. Depends who lied the most. It's very sad to see him go, but I see maybe other people who didn't have the 40, 50 years of good flying that we had. And those are the ones I really feel bad for.
It's not so much remembering what Arnie did, but what we could do with what Arnie taught us. What he passed on to Justin and myself is that you can do anything. And if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. I didn't know quite what to say. I didn't think I'd get too choked up, but, you know, man, it's just, I miss the guy, and thanks. Aviation has become such a sterile industry. There's no real room for the cowboys anymore. But lucky enough, there's a place up here that caters to the cowboys in the world.
First Air's C-130 Hercules leads an airborne tribute in the sky over Yellowknife. The local airlines are saying goodbye to Arnie Schreder.
Arnie's flyby was great. I was extremely happy. All the aircrafts, it was incredible.
We all loved and respected Arnie. He was a hell of a pilot. A flyby for a fallen pilot is a sign of respect.
Vampire, just a hearse over there on the left, and then the other boys all dilly-dally.
And bringing up the rear, Buffalo's C-46, a plane that Arnie flew hundreds of times, manned by 2 young pilots that he himself trained.
There was a rush and my heartbeat was pounding in the plane.
That was awesome, buddy. Oh, there need they have me. Yeah, you would have loved that.
Today, there's just one more flight to make. Arnie's friends and family gather at a local landmark.
Pilot's Monument is the unofficial center of aviation in the north, and it was just fitting that Pilot's Monument would be Arnie's final resting spot.
2 of Arnie's old pilot buddies will scatter his ashes from the air. But Arnie's legacy will remain long after his ashes float away.
He left a lot with Justin, he left a lot with AJ and the rest of the pilots, so they can all pass it on.
You have control. I have control.
Before you ever sat in the seat beside him, he had you figured out.
Keep her straight. A little bit of back pressure, slight over to the right. You got her.
He knew where your head was at, what you were thinking, and he knew how to deal with people.
Just relax a little bit. Look at your instrument, scan them in. Force it down.
He taught us lots of things about just pure flying.
You push the stick ahead.
I won't soon forget that. And I won't soon forget Arnie.
Like this and your sister called to it. 100. Lower your nose a little bit. There. Okay. Left to come. Oh. Pull back on it. Now step on it.
A lot of them are just like suddens, you know? Oh yeah, you get very, very close to them, eh?
Was it good for you, AJ?
Oh yeah, it was good for me.
Yeah, Arnie was a father figure to all of us, you know, all of us guys that came through, and you never stopped learning from the guy, ever.
Arnie Schreder's legacy is extremely huge. It's massive.
Arnie was a natural in all airplanes, any airplane. And as an instructor and a teacher, he had a wonderful feel for an airplane. I don't think you'll see that in Yellowknife again.
The things that he taught some of us guys that we go and teach the next generation, that's how it's done, that's how it's passed on.
The book Arnie doesn't close. It's not over. We're still doing what he taught us to do. And that's what I wanted for everyone to know.
Hang on to your hats, boy.